Hello, everyone. Having those darn issues again. Um, I see you on there, John. I don't know. You took your video off, but John's going to be here again with us today to continue some good stuff. Let's see. We're going to end up. Well, right now, I'm just going to leave it as you wouldn't believe. These so and so's got into my computer again just last night. I don't know what's going on. So I'm really taking a chance being on here, but it took me about 10 tries to invite John onto the screen. And then it took me another 5 tries to go live. So it's infecting my whole computer. So this pray for luck for this week that I get to the bottom of this and maybe I can clean it up myself. And I suppose I got a really good antivirus. So I don't know what's going on, but it's not pretty. So good morning, everyone. I wish I could say it's a good morning for me. And I thought Mercury went out of retrograde. So, I mean, what the hell? Anyway, welcome to those who don't know me. I'm Jade. I'm the Violet Sage, psychic medium, Reiki master teacher, author, creator. I do so many things. I'm a healer on so many modalities. I do so many different types of readings, automatic writing, psychic mediumship, tarot, oracle, you name it, I do it. Trinkets, crystal ball, I do it all. Hey, it rhymes. So just checking to see if everybody can hear me. Can anybody hear me? Just making sure everything's good to go. You can hear me just fine. Cool. Good, good. Thank God for that. Because God knows everything else has gone nutty. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I've had what it's like 52,000 attempts or something like that. My antivirus popped on and told me that and 2 major things were blocked. Well, I guess they didn't block enough stuff, so I'm gonna have to run that when we're done here. But you know, what do they say? This can't happen to a nicer person, and I'm telling you, I've had the shits and giggles of this already now. So excuse my language. Be nice at it. That's all I'm saying. I am human too. That's all I can say. All right. So let's see. Good morning, Dreamweaver. Good morning, Auntie. Good morning, Colleen. Good morning, Mama. Good morning, me. Good morning, John. And that's who we have on so far that I can see. All right. So I just added a different deck for today, but we'll start with our animal cards. So these are our weekly messages for the week. I can't wait to see what's going on here. All right, Spirit. Help me pick the proper cards that best helps everyone in their path in life for this week of September 1st. We made it to September. Isn't that scary? That was like a really fast month of August, I must say. But then again, time is going faster. All right, so we have action. Yeah, let me tell you, I'm going to be taking some action. If I have to make a trip to Delaware myself to put my foot up these people's butts, that is what I'm going to do because I have had enough. All right, so pronghorn. You ever hear them called pronghorns? I never have. Action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. That's on that exact point that means. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. So remember, we've been leading up to this in previous weeks where you needing to get out from under, doing your own thing, finding your own course of action, finding your own abilities, your own talents, being creative, and getting out of your own way, not having the fear and having courage to move forward. Look, it looks like it's paying off. I hope everybody's been working on all of that. So now is the time. Opportunities are going to start arising. September is here, and September brings some good stuff. That's what I've been hearing for a lot of people. You've been doing readings. The general consensus is the magical month is September. Not to say we won't still go through some trying times as we see, like what I'm going through right now. Maybe we'll actually catch these suckers this time. But now is the time. We are going to succeed. And this is the beginning of a lot of the craft fairs and everything too. So, put on your best you, your best creative you. Even being creative, getting yourself out of situations or getting yourself into a situation like maybe a job or a new home or whatever the case may be. I love that card. It's a really good card. All right, Spirit. We are going to use the God and Goddess. I think that's what that is. The goddesses. Yay. All right, Spirit. What's best going to help everyone in their path in life for this week of September 1st, 2024? Ooh, that's so funny. I think we were just watching the gods of Egypt the other night. Hathor, receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So, yes, you can't be left out of balance. If you're the one that's doing all the giving all the time, you can't do that. You have to be the one that receives as well. You can't just say, no, I don't want to. Oh, well, I'm going to have to do something for you if you do something for me. I'm really bad with that myself. I do that all the time. I have a hard time just receiving, but it took me like 2 years of just practicing to receive, and I got it down. So you have to receive so you're in balance. And when you're in balance, more things come to you, and then you're able to help others. You're able to manipulate the balance, the energies, and more things come to you and available to you because now you are in balance. That is like an awesome, awesome card as well. So don't forget, even like with measured generosity, if you're doing really well, you can share it with others, but just making sure you do it with measured generosity, that you're not giving away the farm, but you're keeping what you need and what you deserve and desire. That's good. I love that too. All right. I'm going to do a regular deck here today. All right, Spirit. What's best going to help everyone in their path in life? Help me pick the proper card that helps everyone, especially for this week of September 1st, 2024. What's the best card for everyone? I feel like I need to pick 2 cards. First one is the Mother card. So are you, maybe you need to focus on mothering or your mother or remembering something that your mother has taught you. It's time to step up to the plate. And again, with school starting, this is not a surprising card for some of you. Needing to play the role of the mother. You may have to put some other things on the back burner for a while. And not to forget, they're telling me that you have to remember to nurture yourself as well. So be that mother to you. Do your animals need your attention? Do your children need your attention? Do you yourself need your attention on the mother scale? And maybe are you becoming pregnant? Maybe you need some extra TLC at this time, maybe those doctor visits, but the mother comes up. All right, one more card from this deck. All right, Spirit, what else do we need to know? Ooh. Okay, yeah. The destruction card comes up. With all this, it actually makes sense. So a lot of times before the new can enter in, we have to let go of some of the old stuff. So you might be experiencing a letting go, a releasing, a destruction, an undoing of something. It could be a job. It could be a home situation. It could be a relationship. It could be a number of things. Maybe your car has issues and it was time for you to get a new one. I mean, there's all sorts of things that this card can mean. So it does feels like you may see some things falling away. It could even be friendships, relationships, partnerships, things like that. That's usually to open the door for the new wonderful things that are coming. So don't be scared when you see that card. It just means more things are coming, more doors want to open for you. That's a good thing. All right. Antelope. Good morning, Kayla. Mercury out of retrograde, so full steam ahead. Any contracts or ideas you've been putting out? Now's the time to act. Yep, that's what John says. All right, Auntie, Mom taught me how to make mac and cheese. Oh yes, that's Auntie's favorite really yummy dish is mac and cheese. It's really good. All right, Spirit. What else do we have here today? What's best going to help everyone in their path in life? Help me pick out the right card. These are the soul cards today. What's soul? Soul purpose. What's our soul needing to do? And I think we need 2 cards in this one too today. So they're telling me there's a couple things going on with different people. There are really so many that are jumping out here. All right. We're just going to do those 2, or I could go on forever with these soul cards. All right, the first one. How can I surrender even more in this moment? Phew, man. Tell you, I'm surrendering by moving forward. That's my game here today. All right. So here's what I'm going to read to you. So again, these are the ones that are great for screenshots. It is essential to have clear, strong intentions of what we desire, but it's equally important for us to detach from the outcome. It's time to surrender. Let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the wheel and trust so deeply that you trust turns into gratitude for what you cannot see yet, but you know is coming. That's awesome. Today's soul action. Know this so deeply that your soul vibrates. You are not alone. Your life has purpose, and the more you surrender, the more God can produce miracles in your life. Today's mantra. I surrender. I accept all that I cannot change. I release the outcome, and I joyfully trust the process. That is beautiful. Definitely screenshot that one, people. That is really awesome. I might just keep this card out for myself today. Whee. All right. Next one. When was the last time I danced freely? Sometimes, life's just got us by the gonads so hard. Sometimes we just feel we can't move. It sucks the joy out of us and deflates us. But we can't let that happen, because when we do that, the adversary has its way with us. And then we can't create anything magnificent or beautiful or good for ourselves because our energy is too low. Matter of fact, that's exactly what the message was. Somebody at Dave's funeral, or celebration, I should say, came to me and told me, Dave says he's been with you all the time, but you're not seeing and hearing him because your energy is too low, because you're too sad. You have to lift up your energy, think of some happy things, laugh, have joy, then connect with him. So when's the last time you danced freely? Really raises that vibration. All right, again, screenshot. Dance. Because it will shift you into a beautiful state. Because it will get you out of your head and into your body and heart. Because fear lives in the head, along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will make the shift. You will feel a change of joy and confidence take over you, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from your heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness, and it is the gateway to freedom. To become free, dance. Today's soul action. Dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within and the feeling you feel being you. You are a wild, loving force. Express it with dance today. Beautiful. Well said. I love it. All right. I think we're going to put this one up here somewhere. There we go. And no rings. No time to get ready today. Too much frustration with the star computer. I will trust. It will all be taken care of. And I'm going to pray real hard that they get taken care of. But you always have to do that in a loving way, too, by the way, because that comes back to bite you in the butt, too. If people annoy you, just like, hey, I pray that they get their karma so that they can discover and feel and understand what they're doing wrong in a way that will help them to really shift into positivity and be a healthy, helpful person in life, so wonderful things can come to them, too. And in this way, when the world heals, we all heal, and it becomes a happier place. How beautiful is that, right? Yep. Sometimes I have to remember that. I'm human too. I get caught up in it as well. All right, time for a trinket. All right, Spirit, what's best going to help everyone in their path in life, especially for this week of September 1st, 2024. Amazing stuff. Uh-oh. We got the car keys again. So people are really needing to check your vehicles. Mom told me something interesting. She just had a dream. She had a repeated dream. It kept coming to her. So maybe it's a message for all of you, especially now that I pulled these, that it says, check your transmission oil, check the transmission oil. So everyone, check the fluids in your vehicle. Even though maybe, it's strange because I've never had my vehicle really empty out in oil again. I think I'm going to check it just to make sure there wasn't a leak or a leak in the hose somewhere. So things you never had to check so often before, you might find that you do now. And in these darn new cars, you can't even check the transmission fluid unless you bring it in somewhere. They have to get into your engine and remove the cover and all this other fun stuff, which, I think is a ploy for, like, mechanics don't make enough money now. But you know what I mean? So if you're going on a trip, make sure you do a check over. And maybe this is a signal that some of you are going on a trip, which actually is pretty accurate for this weekend because it's Memorial Day weekend. No, I'm sorry, Labor Day weekend. And people are traveling. So make sure you do that extra check over. And this just could be the sign that you're traveling. And this might actually open some doors to some of this stuff that's going on here too. So make sure you do the check over. And you're probably going to be doing some traveling, even if you weren't expecting to. Because me, like, I'm expecting to stay home, have a barbecue, have a few friends over. I mean, I love being home because I love being with my animals and my dogs. So, I'm also a Cancer. Cancers are home buddies. They really like being home. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to chill out because it's been a rough one. And it's just less hassle. But if we get a chance to go somewhere, I mean, I'm not in the mood for overcrowded areas. Like, I would have loved to have gone to Devil's Lake this weekend and enjoy the water, but you think everybody else is thinking the same thing. So again, fight for a parking spot, fight for a seat, animals going crazy. I mean, it would just be more aggravation than it would be peacefulness. So, plan to take those special trips where you want to be alone and enjoy nature on another day where you think other people may not be out and about. That would be helpful. All right, now let's pick a stone, a stone, a stone. Just to pick a stone. All right. Okay, Spirit, what stone's best going to help everyone on their path in life? What's going to be best for them to carry around, especially for this week of September 1st, 2024? It's going to be of most help for people. Okay, so we are grounding, getting into the nature. I think we got this last week. It's like a tree agate, moss agate, something to that effect. I will be reading both. That's a really nice specimen. Look at all that green in there, green and white. Beautiful. They're reminding me of like fossils, old knowledge. Sometimes you're going to have to tap in. You're going to feel the information that needs to come to you. And I think this grounding and tapping in is going to be key for you on so many levels. So if you can get out and about into nature, that's really, really going to help you. Let's see here. Come on. Trying to. Wow. All right. I just need to get rid of this. There's so many messages I didn't. What are the metaphysical properties of tree agate?
According to Crystallize, tree agate cleanses the body and mind, just as the leaves of a great oak tree purifies the air we breathe. Cultivating the peace of an ancient forest, it restores a center of quietness within where inner calm prevails. Re-establishing emotional balance, it releases feelings of anxiety, anger, fear, and distress.
Oh, I need to wear something that actually has a pocket on it so I can put that in my pocket today. With my computer issues, I'm telling you, I am, woo! Okay, wow, that is really That's so accurate. See, you can't make this shit up. You just can't. And every week I get to say that. So please spread the word, share, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And when you share this with others, please tell them to do the same. Support this channel so we can continue to do this. So what we love to do, I love to give people messages. I love to help people in any way that I can. So help me to help you. So that's right. I didn't put up the donation thing. So if anybody wants to make a donation, it would be helpful. I'm not sure. I mean, I might just go ahead and I will keep track. And someday I will go ahead and pick a winner from all this. But it has been so slow donation wise that I gave up even writing anything down. I think there might have been one person. So we really need that to keep paying for streaming. It costs me to stream this to people. So that's kind of important here. All right, what else do we have? Anything else? Yes. Let's see. All right. And if you do donate, and you will still get that free little mini reading right on the spot for donating. Just have to let me know what app you used and that you donated. All right. So if I've been feeling anxious for no reason, I think I need to ground myself more. Has anyone else felt this way? Oh, hell yeah. But you just went through a great transformation, John, and you're still in the midst of it. Angela, good morning. Well, that's a funny face. I love that face you got there on Facebook. You said Cash App donation. All right. Do you have a particular question, Angela? So let me know if you have a question. And I'm going to clean this up. So give me a moment. I think this is too loud. I got to go turn down my music. I feel like it's louder than I am. I was so close to taking apart my CD player last night. It's the adversary hard at work, because that's when I discovered the insanity on my computer. I'm like, well, I guess we're doing that tonight instead. So let's see. That's what I want to do. Give me a moment. What's buymeacoffee.com? Just general reading? Okay. Uh-oh. It's the wrong way. All right. Oh, keeping that stone out. What do I need that today? Take out my dice from right here. If anybody else would like to make a donation, you'd like a reading, please pass that forward. And you can go ahead and pick a number from 1 through 20 as normal. And if you have a particular question, put the question to it. And remember, you can only pick one number. And we will go ahead and do a freebie. And then we are going to get to John. All right. Okay. I'm actually not seeing your donation, Angela. But with the way things have been, who knows? It's been insane. Yep, it's not coming up on my messages or in Cash App. You said you used Cash App, right? Interesting. Yeah, not showing up. I don't know why. So we're going to give you a soul card here. All right, Spirit for Angela. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and put you up here. Look at that face, everybody. Can everybody see that? What is that? Hi, Vicky. How are you? All right, Spirit. Vicky Miller. Hello. All right, for Angela, Spirit. What does Angela Steiner need to know? What's best going to help her in her path in life? Let me pick the proper card. Angela? Well, it's stuck in my fingers. It's got to be it. And let me know if you had any luck, because it should show you and tell you if it even went through. Oh my goodness. All right, this is definitely for you, I believe. Am I letting fear stop me? Man, we are all so good for that, aren't we? All right. Are you experiencing... Let me put my hand down so my hand doesn't move. Don't forget to screenshot if you can. Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is that you are the boss of your fear. You are unstoppable, but it is up to you to see that by taking action. So today's soul action is today, be brave and just do it scared. Choose one fear and move through it. You are in need of a hero, so that is who you will become. You need to be your own hero. I know we can never, ever depend or look to someone else to save us or help us or give us the answer, because the answers are within you. But sometimes getting some help of how to find the answers can be helpful. I like that. So did you figure it out, Vicky? Angela? Because I'm still not getting it. Camera, bring it up, bring it up. Yeah, it is just not. Wait a minute, let's see. I got number 2 now. But... I don't know. Oh, your local legal rock. What is that? That's weird. Strange. Or yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it'll happen after. Oh, Zell. All right. I'll give that a shot. All right, so let's go on to the next card. All right. Which one do I think? All right, Spirit. For Angela Steiner, what does she need to know? What's best going to help her in her path in life? Let me pick the proper card. What she needs to know right now. Oh my goodness, it's funny because when I was shuffling this deck, I looked at the bottom. This is the card, and when I shuffled some more, that's the card that came out. It's hard to see the first letters. So Sedna, Sedna, infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So this is going hand in hand with this card. If fear is holding you back from moving forward, taking a chance, doing what you need to do, and fear for whatever, or fear you won't have enough if you do A, B, and C, as long as it's for your betterment, not just a whim or, I want to go below $1,000 on myself today. That you might want to check back in on. But those wonderful little things like, geez, I don't know. Can I really afford? I really need to go out and buy myself an ice cream or go to a movie or something like that. Well, then, you should do it. If it's something that is nurturing you, something that's going to better you somehow, I would definitely do it. Last card. For Angela, Spirit, what does Angela need to know right now? What's best going to help her in her path in life? One card just stays sticking up, so I'm going to grab that one. All right. You got the B card. I think we got that last week. That is a beautiful card. B, community. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. And this is what you got to say to yourself. Keep saying, I am a queen of abundance. See, these are going so well hand in hand with each other. You can do this. You are worthy. And always remembering you are worthy. I am worthy of them more than this. I am worthy of whatever it is I desire and what will truly make me happy, healthy, and wise. Those kind of things. So talk positively to yourself because the community does want to support you. Of course, there's always people who don't because some people just like to see you fail because they're all caught up in their own stuff. Don't pay attention to them. Pay attention to the people who are supportive and mostly what do you need yourself. Feels like caretaking. I don't know if you've been tuned in the last couple of weeks, but the last couple of weeks have been building up to us needing to take care of ourselves, bringing out that creative source in ourselves. I don't care if it's cooking, making charts. Maybe you're good at math and you can help people with it. I mean, maybe you're helping people with taxes and things, even though it's not tax time. But you never know what it is that you're good at, that your talent is, and that's where maybe you should focus because it's ready to bring you abundance. You're ready to really step into your full potential. And that is your message for the day. I hope that has helped, my dear. And thank you. All right. So did everybody pick a number? Nicolette, you can pick a number. Oh, okay. So someone, Nicolette. Yes, I can relate to that. Lately, I find my heart racing at random times for what seems no reason. Yeah. I have not. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this. I usually only go through this when there's a full moon because I am a moon child and it affects a lot of people that way. I usually can't sleep during the full moon, but sleep has been an issue for like the last week or two. I slept okay last night, but man, if it's just not right, and I got the dogs always packing themselves up against me, I'm like, I can't move, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, and try not to have the air conditioner on. But just there's so much stuff going on, like with the computer attack, things like that. So yeah, I understand. It's craziness. All right. So you are welcome, Angela. All right. So anybody else? We got Colleen has 6. Anybody wants to guess a number from 1 through 20, you only get to pick one number. And you get 3 cards. So one number only. And we have Auntie with 7. It's a particular spiritual journey I should embark on. 15. So reading. All right. And 4. Let's go up to. September 7th. Going to be doing, I think it's in Onalaska. The next fair is in Onalaska. I will be there. Yep. Onalaska, 255 Riders Club Road and Omni Center. Next Saturday on the 7th. If you want, you could always sign up ahead of time. Come in and see me. Check it out. I am going to have something really cool this time. I built a board for 12 items. I'm going to put 12 items on the board. It costs you $10. You might be rolling the dice or picking a card, or whatever corresponding number or card to that block. That's what you win. Everything is worth $10 or more. So it's a fun way to get like a surprise gift or something that's worth more than what you're paying, or at least the same. So I'm going to make a little fun game. Hopefully there's room on my table because I went down from 2 tables to 1. I just cannot afford these fares anymore. So, I mean, the ones I put on are really cheap. The ones I attend, it's like $150 per table, plus all the travel and everything. It's crazy. So I have to be good with my money. I've had a hectic year that's been throwing me off from focusing on business. So, yeah. If you want, come on down and see me. All right, let's see. We got some numbers. All right, here we go. We are going to roll the dice. Roll the dice. Hey, this one goes up to 12. I might be able to bring this one to the fair with me. Pull it out. Hopefully I remember it. All right, Spirit, who needs this reading? Help me pull and shake and throw the corresponding number, the right number, for whoever needs this reading, deserves this reading, or what have you. Number 17. Number 17. There it is, 17. All right, let's see what we got. Dreamweaver. That's 15. Let's see if anybody else. You got one of the numbers right, Barb. All right, and Colleen was 6. Okay. So. Boy, Dreamweaver, I'm thinking you are needing guidance lately because you are getting them a lot. Oh, look at you guys, all 4s. Well, I get it. Oh. All right, Natasha. That in order to get an answer today, you would actually have to make a donation at one of the apps scrolling through below. I do 1 roll of the dice per show for a free reading. But if you stay tuned, we got John Lyons as our guest, and he's going to be coming on to enlighten us on some things coming up. Astrology, might do an astrology reading for somebody. I'm not really sure exactly what he had up his sleeve today. It's fun for me too when he just pops it out there. So let's see. Dreamweaver. All right, Spirit, what does Dreamweaver need to know? Help me to pick the proper card for Dreamweaver. What does he need to know? What's best going to help him in his path in life? All right, come on, Spirit. Give me another card. Give me a card. Well, shoot. Jeez, cards keep trying to fall off the deck. All right, you got 2 soul cards today. To where does my soul want to travel? There's an interesting one. Screenshot if you can. I think this is going to be good. It reminds me of Anima. It's going to be good, I know it. When we travel, we grow. We open up our little worlds to more adventure, thrills, patience, understanding, trust, and oneness. Our hearts and minds expand and our desires are satisfied. Where is your soul calling you to visit? I already know the answer to that one. All right, today's soul action. Pick a location on your desired list. Choose a date when you will get there and start planning. Create a Pinterest board or start searching on travel sites for the best restaurants. Anything that will create movement to let the universe know you are ready to make it happen and believe you can. That's also very important. So again, it's anything you decide to do, you put one foot in front of the other. And when you do that, you're letting the universe know, like, okay, this is where he's heading. This is where he needs some assistance. And let's help him with all those manifestations in that direction. And that's what happens. You have to let the universe know. You can't just say, boy, I really just wish something would happen. Well, the universe has no idea what you want to happen. And, you know, there's that thing of free will. It can't just do things for you. You have to pick and choose. So pick, choose, and start the movement in that direction. All right, the next card you got. Where am I called to use my voice right now? Now, if there's something, maybe you should start doing talks and things online. You probably surpass me, man. I don't understand why I'm not at 1,000 people yet. It blows me away. All right. You have a soul script that was written to be spoken. Your story matters, and it's time for you to share it with the world. Cool beans. Today's soul action. Share your story with at least one person today. Be brave and speak your truth. Your voice will be the catalyst for healing in others. So sometimes people have maybe had the same journey, and then the important thing is if you get through it. And when you get through it, it gives them hope going, wow, that was some really mean stuff that happened to you. But look at you now. You got through it. Look where you are. That is so important to people. I know those stories help you too when you hear them. So be the light for others. That's what I get from that. All right. Okay, Spirit, what else does Dreamweaver need to know? What's best going to help him in his path in life? Let me pick the proper card if this helps him there. That was quick. Good. Bridget, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Well, isn't that court date's coming up here soon too? But you might find that you witness something that needs action, someone to step in. I think you're going to be called to exert yourself because you've been shut down so much since that whole episode with having to move because of standing up for yourself. But that's just but one of many things. Sometimes it doesn't always work in your favor. Sometimes it's because maybe you're a catalyst for somebody to learn a lesson. But you have to come out of that shell, learn to stand up for your rights or possibly someone else's. Could even be an animal. Could be a person. Just don't know. It seems it's time to speak your truth and stand up. That's pretty cool. I'll be there. So you'd happen to hope. All right, Spirit. One more card. I know he got the 2 cards. And it was supposed to be 3 cards. So we'll do this quick for Dreamweaver. Ooh, that popped right out. Yay. Just had to say the name. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that pretty picture. I love these cards. It's Polar Bear Mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Oh my God, do I know that one well. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. So you do have a knowing. And sometimes just taking that time to actually, your downtime, you should be meditating, taking your time to get closer to God, to get closer to nature, to get closer to all that is. And when you do that, you deepen your connection. And when you do that, answers and strength come easily, more effortlessly. That is like an excellent card for you. I love it. So I hope that has been of some help for you today. Hello, welcome, LP. Sorry, I was taking down the air mattress. Okay. Well, it's funny. Both you and your father picked the same number, but you are too late because we have to get John on here now. All right, Spirit. Okay. Please support Jade online by hitting the like, share, and subscribe button. Thank you. Yes, it has. Good. All right, everybody. We are bringing John on. Let's see.
They shared me on the StreamYard.
Yeah, there you are. Hey.
Hey, can everybody hear me? Hello?
Wait a minute. Let me hang on. There we go.
Hey, everybody, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good to see everyone. So apparently my glasses fell out the lens right as
Oh, no.
So a lot of people are going crazy right now. There's a lot of confusion here. Uranus is not retrograde, so a lot of computers are going to go weird. You're probably going to see a lot of weird stuff all over the place. Yeah. I'm telling you, this energy is just a long train of like crazy stuff. So yeah, look, I just want to say I'm very thank you, Jade, for letting me on. I'm also helping everybody out. I don't think I have enough time to do some charts today. I was thinking about it. I did make a presentation. I'm thinking that next time for sure. The next weekend we can maybe invite some people. If you guys want to give me a birthday, specifically your birth time as well too, that's really, really helpful. But yeah, so since we don't have a ton of time, I'm gonna get right to it. So let me quickly get this. Give me a second. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Presentation for now. Okay. Cool. So can you see my presentation? Can you see it?
Oh, there. I have to add it now. There we go.
Okay. Yep. Do you guys see it? Just want to make sure everyone can see everything.
There it is. Universal energy.
Oh yeah. So this is what atoms are in my opinion. Because I think astrology, science, metaphysics, they all correlate. They're all the same thing at the end of the day. But she is basically the universal energy of everything. And to go into more depth, I'm going to first explain, because it relates a lot of it with chakras. These are all gateways to the divine of how energy interacts with the body. You have the root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye, and crown chakra. So going back to chi, in Wicca and astrology, there are 4 major elements: earth, water, air, and fire. If any of you guys have ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, you know, you have the Fire Nation. They're about passion, willpower, fun. They're all about domination. You know, they're all about moving things forward. What drives you? What gets you getting out of bed in the morning when you don't want to get out of bed? What drives you? Water, you know, about compassion, emotions, empathy. It also deals with pleasure, you know, base pleasures, having fun, sex, your sexuality, what we do in, you know, the bedroom at night, and just in general. Earth, beholding grounding. Are you good with money? Are you good at your resources? Are you good at holding the line and having integrity and honor? And of course, air, which is about freedom, ideas, how you communicate, and rebellion, and all this other great stuff, and how, you know, you speak your truth, which is very, very important to people. So the first thing that I
forgot water.
Yeah, I said water. I said water.
Did you say water? I didn't hear you talk about water.
No, I said water. Water deals. It deals with sexuality, emotions, motherhood. It deals with domination as well too, like control over things. You know, with emotions, and it's a whole thing. So all 4 of these elements are essential. They're all basically which make up the universal chi, as I like to say, the universal energy of stuff. The first thing I want to talk about is the ground energy. In astrology, it's ruled by Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. By the way, happy Virgo season. If any of you guys are Virgos in the chat, good to see you guys. So this is the ground chakra. It's red. If you go back right here, again, it goes back to the red, the root chakra. So it deals with stability, survival, 3D structures, money, honor, integrity. You know, that's pretty much what it is. People in their natal chart, if they have too much of ground in their chart, they can be seen as inflexible. Nothing changes, stuck in their way. They don't want to change, and they can also be very, you know, judgmental in terms of their viewpoints because it's very fixed. Too little ground makes you impatient. It makes you anxious. It also can mean you're bad with money, very impulsive. You know, you spend a lot of money, go into debt, and all this other stuff. So, you know, a good balance is good. Now, the next thing is water. So we're going back. We're going up from the ground up. The next one is ground, sacral chakra, the middle one. That's, if you guys can see the orange one. So the sacral chakra has with water. It rules creativity, art, music, motherhoodship, sexuality, pleasures, power, emotions. If you have too much water, you can be kind of creep. You know, you can be kind of creepy, you know, weirdo. And you also power hungry, and also you just kind of act gross. Like, you know, no one really likes it when people, you know, pass gaslight or just act, you know, just gross in general. You know, if you know what I mean, if you talk about it. Too little water is you have no emotions, you're not fun, you know, you don't really like to have a lot of fun, you know, and you don't really have a lot of creativity. You're not very good with, you know, showing yourself. Sometimes you can be a bit, you know, you want to be able to be playful with people. The signs ruled by water, I meant to say water, not ground, say water, are Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. So look for that. The next one is fire, solar plexus. It's ruled by Leo, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. Aries and Sagittarius. It rules passion, domination. Domination is in like conquering nations. You're going out and doing things. Happiness, joy, fighting. It also rules anger and wrath, which is something. Too much anger means you can't stop. You know, you can never slow down and enjoy things. You're always on the next big adventure. You never appreciate things. Kind of going. Anger, you can be mean if you have a lot, have a temper. Overconfidence, you can be arrogant because you think you're better than everybody else because, you know, you have all this, you know, fire. Impulsive as well too. Too little fire makes you depressed. It makes you give up, and it also makes you very fearful as well too, because, you know, like the scared lion in the Wizard of Oz, you know. The next element is air. So this deals with the throat chakra. This is how you communicate with people. You know things. You're able to explain details. You know how to articulate your thoughts. It rules ideas, logic, math, languages, culture. Pretty much, again, anything you use with your mouth. Too much of it, you get cold. Air is cold. So, you know, you have no emotions, very like robotic. Think of how, like, you know, the ends justify the means. Like Elon Musk, he can be very cold and calculating and not very sure a lot of empathy. He's not indecisive. too little emotion, you tend to conform, you cannot speak clearly, and you also, again, you don't know what's going on, you just, it goes away from you. The signs ruled by air are Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Those are the 3 of them.
The one thing I discovered about like Aquarius is especially are actually very creative. Every Aquarius that I know has had some massive creative talent. So
yeah,
that's kind of interesting.
And what's interesting, if you look at a picture of Saturn, which is ground, the rings of Saturn, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? With Saturn, with the rings. Yeah. Uranus has the rings are basically flipped. They're up and down. It's the weirdo. Aquarius is so weird. Like, you can never predict an Aquarius. They're the most amazing people. But also, again, they again, every sign has its ups and downs. It's like a superpower. The good thing, bad things about it. But Aquarius is, like, they tend to also be you can't ever control them. Trying to get an Aquarius to clean your room is going to be very, they'll do it their own way. They're great people, though. I mean, they're all the signs of the zodiac are amazing. I think they're all amazing. They're all good. They're all good things. So the thing I wanted to talk about today, since I didn't have time to do a chart, is Neptune. So this is where I wanted to talk about predictions for what's coming. Neptune is the ruler of the seas. It's the ruler of Pisces. And if you look at it, it just looks mysterious. It looks deceptive. On the inside of Neptune, it's all water. It's like a giant lightning storm. It's very, very, it looks beautiful, but it's also very scary. It's very, it's very scary. It's all gas inside. I think of Neptune and Pisces. I think of it as the siren. The siren is pretty much, you guys, in case you guys don't know, when Orpheus and Odysseus in the Iliad and the Odyssey, he basically took his crew out, Odysseus, and he came across this island, and there were 3 very, very beautiful women, and they sang a very, very enchanting song. And literally, it was very enchanting. It was very musical, mystical, and it lured sails and the ships to them. When they got close, they ended up being monsters, and they ended up eating half their crew. Like, that thing about Pisces is that it's very beautiful, it's very amazing, but you got to be careful because watch out, it could be very bad. So Pisces rules the mystical realm, including dreams, psychic powers, and creative pursuits. It rules intuition, enchantment, glamour, artistry, deep healing, magic, and mysticism. So again, they're the most magical signs. Ruler of the water sign, Pisces, rules the sea and all bodies of water. So again, it rules oil as well too. That's why a lot of oil, that's very much Piscean thing when you have like oil and things. It also rules division, which is a major thing I'm going to be talking about. So yeah, I mean, again, Pisces, in my opinion, it's a very fascinating sign. It's the 12th, the last sign of the zodiac. If you think about it, Aquarius. So in terms of the chart, there are 12 houses. When people get old, they tend to play, paddleball, they tend to play chess and hang out in the retirement community. That's an Aquarian thing, going out and being a benefit to the community. However, the 12th house is when they get ready to move on. This is when you literally, your body begins to want to move on from life. It's the last sign of the zodiac where the soul begins to leave the chart, i.e. that. So it's very, very, that's what Pisces is. Now, what's happening now is Pisces, a perfect example of Pisces. This is why I'm saying it's dangerous as well too, because you get trapped in this us versus them thing, where you're either with us, you're against us. You're a Christian or you're a heathen, you're a devil. You're either a Muslim or you're an infidel. You're into the LGBT or not. You're into freedom. You're a fascist. You're communist or whatever. It's a whole split personality. That's Pisces. It literally splits things. It dissolves things. That thing about healing. Again, who's doing the healing? Is there any alternative motive? If you have a healer from a different culture, you might be influenced by those ideas. If that makes any sense. You guys understand what I'm saying? Any questions so far?
It's kind of like a Gemini too, split personality.
Yes, yeah, but no. The difference between Gemini is you have your mind. Pisces, you lose your mind. You go insane. That's what I'm saying.
I've definitely been feeling like I'm losing my mind. So yeah.
Oh, it's Jay. It hasn't even gotten. Wait till the next one.
So, start yet, right?
So here's a part. So this is what I'm getting into, you guys. History repeats itself. Right now, we're at the end of Neptune and Pisces. The last time Neptune and Pisces was the Great Divide in the United States. This is where you began to have the Great Divide, where you had the northern states who wanted to have non-slaves, and the southern states who had cotton and everything. They wanted to have slave states. So they identified, and this began to split. It was a long, gradual process. Also, during this time, you had P.T. Barnum, you had psychics. This is when you actually really had the real psychic thing. That's when they began to become. This is all over the world, in Europe and everything. That's when you had like tarot readings and crystal balls. That's when it began to pop up. And again, if you in today's world, look what's happening. We have tarot cards. Astrology's blown up. You've had all these interests in the metaphysical, which you have also the gold rush. The gold rush happened in the 1860s. Remember that? And also, guess what's happening? You have people trying to be influencers. It's the same kind of energy. Everyone's trying to make it rich or, have a lot of followers. It's the same thing, and I find that really wild. So this is pretty much what happened. It culminated in the Civil War. Now, the Civil War began the day after the Civil War began. Fort Sumter was fired upon on April 12th, the last day of Neptune and Pisces. Again, it was a long sign, like tons of years. Neptune entered Aries, boom, you have the Civil War. That's when people couldn't divide anymore and they just got to a head. Okay? Now, what's happening right now, and I'll bring a map of this, is that this isn't happening in America. This is especially in Europe and all over the world. If you've been looking in the news as to what's been going on in Europe right now, it is very, very concerning and alarming. Just pay attention to what's happening, especially in England and Europe. But right now, like again, from 2011, you've had a lot of migrants. We basically went into the Middle East, all the NATO members, we bombed them, and all these immigrants came to Europe, and now they've recently flooded America. Now, these people are not the want to work hard to be join the American dream. Some of them, again, we bomb their homes. They don't like us. And so it's creating a lot of friction and divide. The same kind of energy that basically split our country in half. And this isn't a country thing; it's also a community issue too. So you have MAGA versus LGBT plus. Again, Piscean divide. You are with us or against us. Corporations versus small businesses. Palestine versus Israel. Britons and European versus Muslims, of course. Vaccinated versus unmasked. Which side are you on? And again, I'm not saying which side's better. I'm just saying the energy. So this right here, if you were to take a look at today and look at the map of the United States, this symbolizes what's happening. Now, what is this map? This is a map of all the states that pledged to send troops to Texas to help with the border crisis. This was made in February this year. If you look at all the red states, these are all the states that basically wanted to help support, America and stop the influx of immigrants. They're also the states that, generally speaking, kind of protested against mask mandates. During 2020, most of these states, of course, it's a county thing too. Counties are a major player. Don't ever condone. Look at your counties too. But these are the states that generally didn't shut down fully during COVID. The blue states like New York, California, Chicago, they never opened up for like a year or two, destroying all these businesses. So this is the groundwork for a civil war that's about to emerge. Because next year, in around May, and then into 2026, that's when Neptune goes into Aries, and you have Saturn in Aries, which is very warlike. I'm going to show you guys a couple things. I'm going to show you. I want to make sure you guys can all see, but I have just three really quick things. So, where's StreamYard? I'm going to just show you three tabs. Hold on. So the first tab that I want to show you, this is kind of the Piscean, like what the heck thing. You guys are going to be blown away by. So what I was saying to watch what's happening in the world right now. This is what's happening in Europe right now, in England. So again, what's happening is that, long story short, a lot of immigrants have come to England, which is fine, but they've taken a lot of, people's jobs and livelihood. They've been, and a lot of people in England, it just festered and boiled. They're getting really tired of it. And so it just blew up where people are beginning to protest, and just wanting to have their livelihood back. And now the government is if you basically post anything on Facebook and say, I'm sick and tired of all hearing about support of all the LGBT, or I'm sick and tired of all the migrants in our country, they will throw you in jail. They've been throwing in people who say anything on social media. So I'm going to just play this. Let me know if you guys can actually hear it. Let me see. Can you guys hear anything?
The offence of incitement to racial hatred involves pushing or distributing material which is insulting or abusive, which is intended to or likely to start racial hatred. So if you retweet that, then you're republishing that, and then potentially you're committing that offence. And we do have dedicated police officers who are scouring social media. Their job is to look for this material and then follow up with identification arrests and so forth. So
you see what he's saying? He's literally saying if you basically go on social media, you will be you could be thrown in jail. People have been thrown in jail. They've been censoring it. So again, and one thing I want to say, I'm going to say this after the next two things. I'm not trying to scare you guys. There's been a lot of black pill going on. I don't know if you know about this, but this whole thing is there's again Piscean thing. You have a red pill versus blue pill. You know, are you basically going to follow people are telling you? Going to try to look for the truth. But the problem is when you become too open to the truth, you get very critical and you end up being cynical. Just be aware there's nothing wrong with this. This is just astrology. Astrology does not care. Things happen and it happens. Energy just comes back in different forms. So I have two other articles I just want to show you. I'm going to share my screens of the video, and then I'll end on a happy, positive note. So I'm not. I'm just saying.
Right. Truth is truth. It's all got. I mean, we know the zodiacs and the planets do rule emotions and how things work because it's been so proven. And this is what I'm hoping people can get out of this and look for in this and be prepared for or ready. It's not to really put fear in somebody. It's for preparation. I mean, things are going to happen. Your fear is not going to stop them from happening.
Well, yeah. I think that, Jade, I think everyone listening, this is going to lead to an amazing new future. In order, what's happening right now is the energy is rising and everything's being exposed. And that's what's being happened. And basically, the long-term thing is to basically defeat evil from within. Like you brought that card up, Jade, for that one person. I can't remember her name, but she said, the universe doesn't save you. You have to take action. And that's the thing. The problem is with all this ground and water, there were no clear attributes of who the good and the bad guys were. That's about to change, especially in 2026. But you don't really know. It's been very hard to tell because, I think LGBT people are amazing. I think there's a lot of good people. They're not all, crazy polygamists. There are a couple of them, but they're not bad. They're good people. And on the other side, there's a lot of really good patriots who really, truly love our country and really want to help people out. But yeah, there are a couple of races out there, but they're not all stupid, gun-loving, homophobics. It's like that. So anyway, going back to this, I'm going to finish this up really quickly. So this is what I was talking about, the whole world. It's going into this thing where they're basically trying to attach themselves to specific communities. And then anyone, if you say I support people's women's rights, that's great. However, if you disagree with what they say, then you get, things happen like hate speech and stuff. They're basically saying, these people are saying that in no room for racism, all this other stuff. And so basically they're saying the same thing that, if you disagree with us, you're a racist or whatever, which is not a good idea. So, for instance, just to show you guys how crazy thing is that in California right now, they're literally bringing in immigrants who come here illegally to get a loan for a house with 0% interest rate, meaning they basically get a free house when they'll never have to pay it back. And this goes to show how crazy things are. It's a wacky world when you think like that. And I'm just saying, I think that, people are beginning to understand this. And I think that next year, again, the lies will become so crazy that you can't, hide the truth anymore. And then you'll see people trying to make things better. The final part of my presentation that I wanted to say, as I said before, is that don't black pill yourself. When things become very cynical, there's a lot of people who are just get too overwhelmed. And then again, you just like, you're stupid, you're vaccinated, or you're, not with us. You need to focus on the heart. Because the heart and spirit align with, this is the most important part, being aligned with consciousness and the divine creator. It's okay. It's important to be aware of what's going on, but just don't get sucked into the negativity. Because I really think that long term, this is going to bring apart a new earth. And people, Dolores Cannon, all these people, they talk about that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But I think new earth, it will be happen when people themselves create it. It'll be a good thing. And again, that's the most important thing that I can say, because again, it's the split of the collective consciousness is beginning to happen, and it's going to just keep getting intense until people be aligned with stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much my presentation for today. Next week, I would like to talk about Pluto and then following Uranus, because those are the two major things. And then after that, I can help maybe reading people's charts and maybe do some other stuff. But yeah,
awesome. So
do you guys have any questions?
Stay tuned, because John's going to be coming on with us for a few weeks here, at least. So that'd be cool.
Right. Yeah, do you guys have any? let me quickly make sure I'm not on shoot really quickly. Do you guys have any major questions or stuff like that? I can answer for like a few seconds if you want. Anything at all? Do you have anything, Jay?
It takes like 30 seconds for anything to show up. So wait a minute. Any questions?
Do you have anything, Jay? Do you want to ask?
So what time are we in right now?
Well, right now it's 11.
No. Oh. I mean, like, as far as what's going on.
Like I said before, I don't know what's going to happen over the election. I think that there will be either two things will happen. One of them will get in, or there will be a indecisive thing. But I think that you pretty much, I would recommend right now, get some stuff to make you feel happy. Don't prep. But by next spring, I would say by March to April, that is when things will happen. Because what's interesting is that going back to the Great Divide chart that I had, everything pretty much was fine until Neptune entered the 29 degree. Neptune at 29 degrees is one of the hardest signs of the zodiac. That's where people lose their mind. That's when winter ends and spring begins. That's the last degree of the zodiac. At Neptune, so when Neptune entered 29 degree Pisces, just look at the date if you want to do your own research. That's when people started coming together and forming communities, and that's when the South began to actually to secede from the Union and all this other crazy stuff. So I think that, everything could be fine. I don't know. It'll depend on the election. I think it'll probably be a bit chaotic after that. But I think in between, around, you have pretty much until May. End of April, early May, until things start to get weird. And by weird, I mean it's just going to be, people's eyes are going to be blown away. But that being said, the South Node's in Virgo, and Virgo it's a ground sign. So I think that it'll be pretty much a lot of what you saw what's happening in England. People basically being thrown in jail, a lot of, censorship, trying the last elements of control. It's also a 9-year too. Next year's a 9-year. And then I think in 2026, a fire horse, that's when everything goes off, because again, Neptune again, but I think that, you make sure that you have everything, your mind's in order and have everything that you need by next April to May. And yeah, just remember what happened during 2020. Was your area, or did you guys allow people to open businesses, or were the businesses shut down? You got to ask yourself though. And if so, do you feel comfortable in your community? Do you trust your people around you? Because if you don't know your community that well, that's one thing you should really watch out. With Pluto going into Aquarius, we'll get into, it's communities of people, both good and bad. There are a lot of great communities out there trying to figure out how to separate and get away from the system. There are other communities trying to basically, stick to stuff. So that's what I would say. Next spring is when things will begin to pop off, in my opinion.
All right. Thank you, John. This is kind of what we want to know. It's good. It's good.
Yeah. That's it. It's a very interesting time, because the last thing I will say is that with astrology, normally, Jade, it can take like 20 years for anything to happen. We've been having boom, 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 all these things firing on all cylinders, and it's getting more. Like you said, the energy is speeding up, and that's why it's like that. So.
Yeah, the weather is off the wall. So
that's a whole other thing. The grand solar minimum. It's gonna get really, really cold starting 2028. Like I'm talking about, like super cold. But that's a whole nother story. I don't want to crack open that kind of worms at all. But yeah,
maybe for another day when we're done with the astrology thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, again, don't be afraid. Don't be fearful, because fear is basically what they want you. They want people to be so fearful that when the time comes for spirit to let you in and do all these crazy things, you'll be so stuck in this 3D mindset of there's not enough food, the weather's bad, or oh my God, the people are bad. Trust your spirit and be happy, and just know that you're protected and you're fine. Because there's going to be a massive wave of fear. I'm telling you, like COVID, it'll make COVID look like daycare fun and games. I'm just saying it's gonna happen. And the next, again, from 2025 till 2028, it's gonna be very, very hectic. I would even consider getting a couple months of food if you feel like you can't get a food anywhere. So yeah.
Awesome.
All right, you guys. Well,
thank you, John. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I mean, without you guys, of course, we wouldn't have a podcast. So each and every one of you are very much appreciated. And I hope you are enjoying today's podcast, because we are going to continue with some talks like this after today for the next few weeks at least. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this show today. And much love and light to you all. Happy Labor Day. Always got to think of which one it is. Happy Labor Day. Hope you guys got some plans, even if it's just treating yourself to something awesome. I don't care if it's a day of relaxation, movies, popcorn, junk food, whatever. Have a blast. Have a good time with or without other people. It doesn't matter. And if you have pets, make sure you give them some snuggles and love and attention. Much love and light to you all. Namaste. And see, this thing's not even let me end my podcast. No, wonderful.